Hi guys, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today we're going to talk about, again, Wonderland Money, because it's like being in the middle of a drama of a telenovela, because every day is something else, something new is happening, and it's full of different twists. Today we are talking about the main news, that is what happened to SIFU, who is really SIFU, and in which way this can affect the whole story about Wonderland. Just before to start, guys, remember that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. Okay, guys, let's start immediately and let's try to make some order, try to understand what is going on and in which way it will affect the future of this project. I want to start with this news that came out that SIFU is in the reality the Quadriga ex-co-founder that made, let's say, a couple of mistakes into the past. And I want to go through the different mistakes that SIFU, aka Michael Petrin, has done into the past, because there are many of them, and he had several problems with the justice and about cryptos, but not only. The whole point is that this news came out today, and the main question is, did Daniele knew about the identity of SIFU? And the short answer is yes and no. Because at the beginning, when they started to work together, he didn't know about the real identity of SIFU. On the other side, he admitted that in the last month, somehow he knew about the real identity of SIFU. And if you're wondering why he kept the secret and he didn't release any kind of information about it, is because, as he is saying into this thread, in his opinion, he preferred to, as his personal choice, to judge the person who is working with, not for their past, not for the mistakes that they have done into the past, but for the value that they are adding right now, and for what is the relationship with him, trying to really judge the person for what he is seeing without being influenced by other voices and about the past that, fortunately or unfortunately, is just the past and it's not present. He preferred to look at the present and to the future. That's the reason why he decided to keep working with him, even if in the last month he knew about it. In any case, just after it came out another statement that is an official statement that you can find at this link, and I will leave you also the link in the description below, so you will have the opportunity to check it by your own self. Just to summarize what he is saying is that yes, this is a problem, and he knows that at this point something has to change, and for this reason, from now on, SIFU should step back from his role into the Wonderland ecosystem until a vote about him will take place into the DAO. So this is an important step that had to be taken, because the situation is unsustainable anymore. Right now, what are the reactions into the community? And the reaction are quite mixed feelings, because if you try to have a look to this person, for example, is quite angry with Daniele, because in his opinion, people who are making so many mistakes into the past are not eligible, let's say it in this way, for covering any kind of role into an important organization like Wonderland. Under Crony is keep sustaining the project, and he's saying that I still believe in Daniele, and I truly believe that this is just a moment. Unfortunately, the market is not reacting so well. For example, as you can see, the price of this is the Spell token into the last couple of hours has lost around the 30%, 20-30%, so quite a lot. Also, the price of Wonderland is keep digging down and has gone from 700 to almost half, and right now we are much lower than the backing per price. We are around half of the backing per price. So if you're asking to me right now, what is the situation, what I think about it, I think that it is undeniable that there is a problem. And the communication about SIFU weren't managed in the right way. That's quite clear. I would rather know that SIFU had some kind of problems into the past. And also from a strategical point of view, admitting something before people are able to discover it, it is something that is much more helpful and much more powerful. This is one of the reasons why I don't really agree with this silent policy that made at the end this kind of problem, because the reality is that if the team had been more transparent with us, we wouldn't have had this kind of problem right now. And this is something that I'm really sorry about, because I still believe that the project has still strong fundamentals. On the other side is undeniable that there is some sort of attack to the whole Frog Nation and to the whole projects that are related to Daniele. To me, it looks like an orchestrated attack against Daniele. Because, for example, it doesn't make any sense that right now the spell token is dumping. For which reason? The spell token is not affected by SIFU. SIFU is not engaged with the project of spell. Yes, the point is that it is an attack to the figure of Daniele. And obviously the trust that people had in Daniele is in a certain way affected by this whole story, and indirectly also the price of spell is suffering. But more in general, to me, it looks like really someone that is trying to manipulate the situation to take some personal advantage, because also the story between the merge between Abracadabra and Wonderland can only make the good for Abracadabra, because there will be no inflation. They will be using a part of the tokens that are coming directly from the team. So it's like buying another project, a treasury that is real, because the treasury of Wonderland is not just theory. This is the number that are composing the treasury of Wonderland. And these numbers are reals, that you can check it from directly from here. And if you don't believe it, you can check it also by your own self on the blockchain. So it doesn't make any sense, these rumors that are just creating panic. My suggestion is don't panic, stay calm, don't sell at this price, guys. If you are selling right now, as you can see from the dashboard, you are selling at the half of the baking per price. It doesn't make any sense to sell your WMIMO right now. It's just someone that is trying to push the price down at his own interest. Don't fall into this trap. And the same story applies to the spell token. The spell token is again also it under attack. The meme project is still solid, and there are no evidence that there is any kind of problem on it. If you have it, please share it, because it will be quite helpful also for me and also for all the other holders. The situation hasn't changed in the last couple of weeks or days. The project Abracadabra is still solid, and it still could have a bright future into the next couple of months and years. Say so, guys, just stay calm and try to understand what is the best strategy. I don't know what is your exposure to these projects. The main problem with any probability is that if you are too exposed to this project, the problem is not spell or WMIMO, is that the strategy that you chose at the beginning were to be too exposed to this kind of projects. Every time you're choosing to invest in a certain kind of project, you don't have to AP in. You have to find the right balance between your profile risk, the profile risk of the project, and after that choosing an allocation. If you are all in into a project, that's crazy. That's not a point that the project scammed you. That's not about it. The point is that you chose the wrong allocation. Nothing bad. Right now, you can't change the past exactly as Daniele can't change the past of SIFU. You can't change anything, but what you can learn from it, from this situation, is how to manage at best your portfolio into the next future. Guys, let me know what do you think about this whole story about SIFU Wonder, and what do you expect from it into the next future. I will keep you updated on what's going on into this at this moment is like a telenovela, and I will see you later with some other updates. And just remember that if you like this kind of content, the best way to sustain me is always leaving a big thumbs up, drop a comment, And yes, I will see you later with some other updates. Bye, guys.